But yeah, I always had this voice in my head that used to interrupt me with my progress. Um, I just picture my parents' voices saying to me, no, it's not going to work out. No, this is gambling. No, how can you be doing this? No, you need to go get a job. And that would happen every time I try to execute a trade. Because, like studying is one thing, but you have to actually push yourself to take trades so that you can get experience. Whenever I did that, I just heard these voices at the back of my head.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and also don't forget to turn on that notification button in order to be notified whenever I drop a new video. So guys, as I said that I'll be bringing more of females to this platform, which is my platform. And that being said, I'm not going alone. I'm going with the most beautiful lady also in the industry, which is a profitable trader. So before we even hear what she has to say to us, I'd just like to give a shout out to Octa. Thank you, Octa, for making this possible to us, because without you, this wouldn't have been possible. Octa is a broker that is regulated and most trusted in 2024, as it offers fast deposits and withdrawals with various payment methods. Not to forget their transparent trading conditions, low spreads, zero swaps, no commissions, with decreased deposits starting from a minimum of $25, and also with various payment methods. Octa cares about its traders. That's why Octa provides lots of free materials for traders who want to learn how to trade. Octa has study materials made by Octa experts, Forex tutorials, webinars, trading ideas, and much more. You can check it out in the analysis and education section. Octa also offers risk-free demo accounts for beginners to find their strategy before even going to a real account. Start trading now with Octa. Register in the Octa trading app using the link in my description below, and don't forget to use my promo code at GoTyrant in order for you to get 100% deposit bonus. All right, before even I give the opportunity to my speaker, let me just say thank you to my speaker, thank you to my guest, thank you to this female trader that thought of bringing me flowers. Guests that know that the host should have a gift. Just joking. I really love them. They're so cute. Hoping you all can also see them. I'm a crybaby. I already want to cry. They're so cute. But without any further waste of time and any further ado, I'd like to introduce my guest.
Hi, love. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. It's been a long time. We've been communicating, but not getting into a mutual ground that, okay, when are we meeting?
I guess today was the day.
Today's the day.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for being my guest. All right. So, can you just tell us about yourself?
I'm KYRA PETERS. I go by KYRA FX. And yeah, trading's my passion. And yeah, helping traders become profitable is also another passion of mine through psychology. That's my main aim that I take in this industry.
Yo, guys, she's so calm. She's so down to earth, and I'm all out here loud as crazy. All right, but without any further waste of time, as you all heard her, she's KYRA PETERS. She's one of the profitable female traders in the industry who's actually doing great. Great is even an understatement. Great is even an understatement. But just to make you relaxed and to make you calm and to make you feel the atmosphere and not panic, because I know how podcasts are. Speaking about myself, I always panic. So in order to just make you feel relaxed, let's just start with icebreaker questions.
Sure.
So my first question to you will be, what is your favorite tool or indicator when it comes to trading?
Okay, I don't like indicators. I try to keep everything clean and simple. So if I could use one thing, it would probably be the horizontal line. Or
that's your go-to tool.
My go-to, or the square.
The rectangle.
The rectangle, yes, that one. I love that one.
Okay. So you don't use fibs and all of those stuff?
No, hardly.
Okay, I hear you. And then the next question, if you could have dinner with one trader, who would you wish to have dinner with, and why?
Definitely Ref Wayne.
Why?
Because I think we vibrate on the same frequency. I think if we sat together, I don't know, I don't think we'd go home. I think we'd just speak for hours and hours about the same things.
Which is?
Like
We might be speaking
life,
about a lot of stuff.
life, metaphysics, consciousness, all the inner stuff. I think we
inner
both
stuff,
into
okay.
the inner stuff.
I get you.
Yeah.
I get you. Okay, she'll definitely go to dinner with Rafe Wade. And then another ice-breaking question. Have you ever had a wow moment in trading? As in, like, you were like, wow.
I have a
And
lot
which
of wow
was
moments.
okay? Obviously, there's that one that is like overcrowding the others that you were like, wow, about Forex.
I think it's when I put myself in a really calm mindset and mind frame before entering the charts, and I noticed that I didn't need to interfere with my trade. When I saw that my trade was playing out according to my plan, like exactly how I planned it, and I wasn't interfering, I was just like sitting back, letting the money roll in, even adding more entries, I was like,
Chilled.
okay, I think I get it.
You got this
I've
under
seen this
control.
and now it's working. Like, yeah.
Okay. And then, last but not least, if you were, okay, how can I ask this one? So, if you were to exchange a life with one trader, who will that be? Like, which life do you look at it and be like, if I were to be?
Oh, that's a hard one. Because I don't really look at other traders and I'm like, wow, I wish I had your life. Like, I'm inspired and happy for them. But
Okay, let me just put it in a way maybe that will be kind of at ease. Not that you what's this word? Here's English running away, fam. What's this word? Like, not that you want their life, but who's a person that you look at and be like, "Eish, this is where I want to reach," maybe. Let's just put it that way.
the people I know are not really like known
Even
like
if
that.
it's not South African traders,
Yeah, it doesn't have to be.
it doesn't have to be. Traders.
Probably Lambo Rao.
Oh, Lembo Raul.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know. He's young. He's achieved a lot, and I love how he's a family man and he does right by his woman.
Oh, you want a person who do right by you. That's what you mean.
Yeah, basically. If I was a guy, I'd want to be him, definitely. I think he's doing everything right and he seems happy, so
Ne.
yeah, and I love that he's got like a collection of Lambos.
Ne.
Yeah.
Like his name, Lembo.
Yes.
Okay. So, and the last question is Okay. The last question, as you are trading right now, what advice would you give to the previous you when you started trading?
Girl, keep going. Like, keep believing in yourself because you don't know how great you're going to be. So don't cry about it. Don't look for any confirmation from anyone. Just continue with whatever you're doing because you're going to be so great.
That's nice. That's nice. So now, guys, we'll be diving deeper into the trading side on how did she even hear about Forex? How was her journey actually? That's what we'll be going through now. So kindly take us through your journey. How did you hear about Forex, or how did everything start when it comes to you trading Forex?
I heard about it in high school, and it grabbed my attention because it had to do with money. I remember my friend saying to me, someone's hosting classes. I think it was it DJ Melzy? Because he used to be in the trading space. I think he had classes or something like on Saturday, and it was two for the price of one. So she's like, girl, let's go. And we couldn't go because we had maths lessons that day. But I liked the fact that she said, you can be making money from your phone, girl. You don't need to go and apply for a job. You can make money from your phone. I'm like, okay, what is this thing? Tell me more about this thing. I'm in. Then from there, like, I just came across some traders on Instagram. And I was following their journey, trying to understand what they're doing. Like, I didn't understand the lines on the charts, and I couldn't understand, how someone can be making money from candlesticks.
Surely by then you don't even know what are
Yeah, what is
candlesticks.
this? But I gave it a break. I didn't actually go into it in high school. I started after high school. I just read, like, I went through some free Telegram groups and I got as much information as possible. I had a lot of PDFs, right, with strategies, and I thought that's what it took. I thought, okay, I just need to put this indicator in and this indicator, and when it does this, then yeah, it's time to get in. And it wasn't that easy. I couldn't do it that way. So I first started with the indicator routes. I think many do start that way because they think it's gonna be easy money.
Besides me.
I don't know how you do this. Yeah, like, it just didn't click for me. I couldn't understand it. Like, my main thing was, if I'm gonna be risking money, if this is what I'm gonna be spending my time doing, I want to know what's happening behind the scenes. Why is it going up? Why is it going down? So the indicator strategies, they didn't work for me. Then I got into the Candlestick Bible. Everybody starts there. I studied that book, and I thought that those candlestick patterns were gonna make me profitable. But they didn't. They didn't. Yeah, and then I got deeper and deeper into it, and finally enough, I started looking for people in South Africa who were actually trading, because most of the traders that I came across were from overseas. So the first 2 YouTube channels that I was subscribed to was FX Goats. Round of applause.
FX Goat,
And Lucy Bastis. Okay. So yeah, I just followed their journey, and I'm like, okay, we're in the same age group. How are they making so much? And they came from nothing. No, you don't have any excuses. Come, time to get up. Like, that was my motivation. Every time I saw them post, post notifications was on. I was downloading those videos and watching them when nobody was around. So I didn't have any distractions. And yeah, I started catching on. I used some of those strategies that they shared for a while, but then eventually I found something that works for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So in that being said, what can you say were the challenges that you faced the most? Besides that indicators weren't working for you and all of those stuff, what are the challenges that you can say you faced?
I think the main challenges were psychological, because I didn't have support from my parents,
We all didn't have it.
So I'm like, are they right or am I right? Who's wrong? Who's right? Should I be doing this? Shouldn't I be doing this? Do they know better than me?
Yeah, because you'll definitely question yourself if your elders are the ones like discouraging you. You'll think it's, maybe they know better than me,
Exactly. But I still had that burning desire, so I was like, no, I'm gonna get through this. I'm gonna keep following this. But yeah, I always had this voice in my head that used to interrupt me with my progress. I just picture my parents' voices saying to me, no, it's not going to work out. No, this is gambling. No, how can you be doing this? No, you need to go get a job. And that would happen every time I tried to execute a trade. Because, like, studying is one thing, but you have to actually push yourself to take trades so that you can get experience. Definitely. Whenever I did that, I just heard these voices at the back of my head. And I'm like, whose voice is this? This is not my voice. I wouldn't say that to myself. Definitely. So whose voice is this? Where does it come from? Why do I feel this way? Let me go back. So I started doing like the deep inner work, and I'm like, no, the only voice I need to listen to is my own. Your own. Yeah.
So you said which year did you start trading?
In 2021.
Okay, 2021, and then you found your profitability when?
2022 was a very good year.
2022.
Yeah, end of 2021, moving into 2022 was when.
Meaning it didn't take you long.
What took me long was me just doing the thing, because I'd sit and analyze. And I think a lot of people make that mistake. They analyze and they're like, okay, and they study. And they're like, okay, this is enough. But when do you actually go and execute? So I struggled with the execution part, and my brother was like to me, how are you so good at predicting what's going to happen? Why are you not doing this? Yes. Funnily enough, I need to tell the story. So I told him about this Forex thing, and he was like, okay, I hear you, but I don't think like the charts are for me. I'm like, okay, no problem. Then eventually he started getting into trading, and he was using indicators only. Like, he was killing it with indicators. And I didn't understand from that perspective, but I liked to see that he was doing it. It motivated me. And so we'd keep up with each other, right? We'd push each other as well. And I was playing around. I remember I wasn't really taking myself seriously. He'd always message me after NFP or after CPI and say, KYRA, how much did you make? I just woke up from a nap. I missed it.
You definitely missed it.
Yeah, I'm like, I didn't know there was an event. He's like, KYRA, you playing games. KYRA, you thing around, KYRA. Like, he was very hard on me. Like, he was almost getting upset with me. And I'm like, okay, he clearly sees that I'm wasting my potential. Why am I sleeping? Why am I missing these events? I thought having the excuse of not knowing what to do was good enough. He's like, no, you have so much knowledge. Why are you not using the knowledge that you have? Execute, KYRA. So then I learned, I have to execute, because now somebody's watching me and he has, so much belief in me. Why don't I have the same belief in me?
Definitely. In most cases, it's usually people that have the high belief in you rather than you have it. Like, I usually see some people or hear some people say, yo, Tyron, I wish to meet you and all of those stuff. Only to think of myself, hey, what are they seeing that I'm not seeing?
Girl.
I always ask myself those questions. What are they seeing that I'm not seeing, in a point that other people will say, hey, I wish to meet you and all of those stuff, But just to continue with that, do you still remember the first account you funded? As in, like, not when, like how much you funded?
Okay, the first accounts that I used were not actually money that I funded myself. I was looking for these free bonuses. I went on to Google and I'm like, brokers
XM,
with,
definitely.
yes, everybody had an XM account. Did I withdraw from there? No, I didn't.
So when you started funding with your money,
it was little. It was like 100 Rand, 50 Rand, whatever change I could make from whatever I was doing,
and
whenever
how
I got
did it
money.
turn out?
So when I see blue, I'm like, okay, I'm getting it. I'm going to be rich. Next year, I'm buying a Lambo. And it wasn't like that.
Definitely.
Because right after saying that to myself,
you lose
I'm in
all.
a drawdown and now the accounts is blown. I'm like, am I ever going to get this thing?
And then how did you tackle around that? Or let me just ask, how do you tackle around emotions as a female? Because one thing about us, we are so emotionally attached to everything. We are so emotionally attached to everything. So being a female trader, it's not easy. No lie.
I think, and studies show that women traders are way more profitable than male traders because I don't know how, but we tend to manage our emotions better. We have a better way of managing money.
Okay, when it comes to managing money, that I can agree with.
But
when it comes to emotions, nah, that one I disagree. When it comes to emotions, we are mostly emotionally attached. But I don't know what was proven when it comes to our what brain side. What on the side is bigger than men, which make us this way. I forgot about that, but I'll just make sure I come back with that information. So that's what makes us different. And that's what makes that's what makes the study say, okay, women are most likely to be the ones being profitable more because of that part in the brain that is what. Actually, in simple terms, it's functioned better than men. Not in a bad way, guys. Don't take offense.
Yeah, we have our strengths.
We have our own strengths, All right. So in continuation to that,
the emotions.
Pardon?
How I manage the emotions.
Yeah.
I think I think when I came into it, before I actually came into it, I was already doing a lot of healing and inner work, right? Stuff that had nothing to do with trading, but I was focused a lot on psychology because I wanted to just heal certain aspects of myself. I used to have anger issues and I struggled with anxiety and I struggled with depression. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to beat this
Is
thing.
it something that once happened? Is there something that once happened in your life that caused that?
Yeah.
Or you are naturally like that?
Oh, no, it was definitely due to
Okay, things happening
other
in life.
factors.
All right,
Yeah.
all right.
But I wanted so much out of life. So I'm like, I can't let this defeat me. I need to fight this thing.
Definitely.
I need to see the best version of myself. I need to meet her, you know. So, yeah, I started doing a lot of inner work, reading a lot of psychology books, going to therapists, even doing my own therapy online, stuff like that, which was linked to anxiety, fear, because fear is one of the main factors of anxiety, right?
Yeah,
If you're anxious all the time, it's because you fear,
Something.
what other people may think of you, or it's usually that. So I'm like, I need to work through this. So I started working on fear way before I started coming into trading. And I think because I understood where fear comes from and how to manage it, it made it a bit easier when it came to trading. So I can say the transition was a lot
Much
better. Yeah, which is why I focus mainly on psychology. I understand that your psyche is the main thing that you need to convince that you're gonna win, that you're gonna be able to do something. You know, if you're strong mentally, then nothing can break you. The money's gonna come easily. You know.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So, guys, just to add on what she said right now, she's reminding me of what I usually say to people. People will always talk. You do good, they'll talk. You do bad, they'll talk. They'll always have something to say. But what you need to do is just have confidence about yourself. It's just you to listen to the voice of yourself only. Obviously, if you speak negatively about yourself, you listen to that negative voice. So if you want to be profitable, if you want to be something big in life, you should start speaking positivity in life. I don't want to be starting to preach what when it comes to what did God say to us and all of those stuff, but just to be in reality. If you definitely like speak on what you see at that time and moment, that's what will actually be. You know, I usually say that you might be facing problems or you might be going through a lot, but don't speak upon the problem you are seeing. Speak on what you want to see. That's what I usually say. Speak on what you want to see. That's faith, in other words. Okay, so how is it going so far when it comes to your trading journey? How is it going currently?
I'd say it's not what I expected it to be, right? I always thought, especially when I was doing so well, when I was seeing like the consistent wins, when I was going through my winning streak, I thought that it would always be that way.
Yes.
You know?
And that hurts because you now start questioning yourself. Am I still the tyrant, the goat people think I am? You know?
You know?
Yes,
Yes, exactly that. So I've been going through the roller
Ups and
coaster
downs.
parts of trading, yeah. But I think the way I react to it is way more mature now. You know, I came across this post that says only the game can teach you the game, and I think that's so
Definitely.
true. You know,
Not other people. I usually say to people that a mentor can teach you everything, but some things like that you discover by yourself
You have
are
to.
the ones that will make you something.
Exactly.
You know, as I say, mentors can teach you from scratch. This is how you trade. But it takes you to know how to trade.
Exactly.
It just takes you, after hearing all the information, motivation, and all of those stuff, it just takes you.
Exactly. If I come and give you my winning strategy, but
It
you
might
don't
not
know,
work for me.
if you don't know how to implement it the same way, you know. So yeah, I haven't run to other strategies. I've stuck to my own one, but I've obviously been in the refining process. When I started, I don't know, I call this thing like the South African trader. What, I don't know how I can describe it, but I think when we all start, we come into this trading game with the South African trader mindset. I'm calling it that because we are
Okay,
known for trading a certain
Can she be
way.
specific? Not calling out people's name. Like, what is the South African trader's mindset? According to you, if you are to analyze, but because at the end of the day, we gotta be honest with each other. We gotta be honest on how do we see the industry according to us. So what is the South African trading mindset that you think?
I think the way South Africans see Forex is way different compared to how traders oversee Forex.
Okay.
Overseas see Forex.
See Forex.
Yes.
Okay, how do South African traders see Forex?
We see it as a get rich quick scheme. You know, we
It seems like she's running away from something. She wanted to say something.
I'm
now
not
she's
gonna
holding
say
it back.
anything. You know, I think I wanted to, like, what I was doing when I first started was copying what the people
rest
around
of
me
the
were
people are doing.
Yes, which is to be aggressive. We're very aggressive because we need money now, right? We need to put bread on the table.
Definitely.
So, yeah, I think initially I started off very aggressive and I learned the hard way. Like, that's not a professional way of doing things. We throw professionalism out of the door all the time, right? We don't stick to risk management. We are gamblers.
All right, just to continue with our conversation. So, what strategy are you using? The name of the strategy.
Oh, ICT concept.
Oh, you using ICT.
Yes.
All right, let me just run my brain through. Okay. Because I always say I know a lot of strategies, not because I'm using them all, simply because I hear other people out. I just hear them out and then end up learning or grabbing a thing or two. Not that I'm going to use that, just to know and be able to communicate with other people.
I saw that in your recent analysis, and the way you were analyzing helped me see things a bit clearer for myself as well, you know, because we trade using different strategies.
Yes.
When I started seeing you implementing other things and it's going where it's supposed to go, I'm like, no, she's onto something. She knows what she's doing.
Definitely. So, in you trading using ICT, did you start off just using ICT besides indicators, or you started maybe with your trends and trends strategy? Obviously, we usually start from there. You started from there.
I started with Falcon. I think a lot of us start with Falcon.
Okay, in you starting with Falcon, what made you think that, okay, this is not working for me, I have to change it?
Okay, so the problem I had with Falcon was the fact that I was only catching breakouts, or when I wanted to catch reversals, I was getting stopped out before price was actually going in my direction. So I wasn't happy with my risk to reward. So I'm like, okay, I understand now a bit better that, you know, I don't need to just learn patterns. I need to understand that price moves in impulse and corrective waves. But I didn't like how small my moves were, you know. So I'm like, okay, I need to understand a bit more. So then I started implementing the Elliott wave theory, which is kind of in conjunction with Falcon because the Elliott wave theory focuses on how price moves in waves. So, okay, then I started understanding market structure a bit more. I started catching bigger moves, but I still wasn't satisfied. I remember looking at my higher time frame charts because you always taught do top-down analysis.
Yes, definitely.
You know, I'm like looking at the daily charts. I'm like, how do I get in at the wick of the daily candle? How do I get in at the wick of the daily candle? It was always a thing to me. I'm like, I don't want to just be catching the small 5-minute candle move. I want to be in from there. How do I get in there? So I started doing the opposite of what my strategy was, you know. So if I was supposed to be buying on double bottoms, I was selling hard on double bottoms.
Why?
Because I noticed that I was getting kicked out before price was going in my direction. So I'm like, okay, it's going to go down quickly. And it would go down quickly, but it'd come up quickly too. And take me out. So I'm like, okay, my timing is off. There's something I'm not getting. Where's it going when it's going so far, you know? So then I started focusing on entries. Something that helped me with entries was the quarters theory.
Okay, tell us about the quarters theory, because I don't know anything about that.
Okay, the quarters theory basically explains how, or it's like psychological levels, right? So whole numbers It explains how price moves in 1,000 pip increments. So from 13,000 to 14,000 to 15,000, price is going to make significant moves every 1,000 pips, right? So from those 1,000 pips, you're going to divide your charts again into quarters. So 250, 250, 250. And I was trading indices with this, which is why I was killing it. Like, I'm not going to lie, because it reacted so well to those levels and because of how volatile indices are. And using this, I was able to swing. Like, I learned how to swing using the quarters theory because I'm catching 250 pips at a time. Then once price moves into the next quarter, I'm holding, I'm adding more entries until I've completed my 1,000 pip range. So I used Falcon with Elliott waves and the quarters theory, but my entries still weren't proper. So I'm like, okay, I keep hearing people talking about trading like the banks. What is this? You know, I remember I had many free groups where I used to send a lot of information because everybody was like following my journey and I wanted them to make money too. So I'm like, okay, use this, guys. There were these odd members in the group who were always catching moves when we were getting stopped out. For news, they knew exactly where price was going to go. They're like, no, it's the Judas swing. If you know, you know. I'm like, what is this Judas swing?
Yeah, there's a lot of strategies. Yeah, already I've learned. What is it? You said it's a 3 what? 3 quarters. What?
The quarters theory.
I've never heard of such. I've never heard of such. It's actually my first time hearing of 3 quarters strategy. 250 what? Yo, guys, I'm so confused at this time and moment. I'm so confused and I totally feel bad.
No, I'm gonna show you and you're gonna try it and you're gonna see. Okay.
Strategy hopping. You see, guys, she's recruiting me right now. She's recruiting me. Just okay. So yeah. So what is the biggest amount you've ever made? If you still remember.
Like at a time?
Let's just say at a time.
Damn. It must have been, I think it was this year. Either this year or last year with one of my swing trades. So recently I've been focusing on swing trading.
Yes.
I think about 2 million.
You lie, girl.
Of swinging. Yeah.
Was
this is
it
big for me because
okay? Can disclaim. We want to understand as people. Was it a real account or a demo account?
real.
Okay, we wanted to make
So
girl. You're
why?
doing great. Hey, but guys, people are making money outside. Females are making money outside. You see, it's not only males that are able to make it. Here's a female that was able to make 2 million. 2 million rand.
That's just an estimate.
That's still a lot. That estimate is a lot.
It is a lot for me because
It's definitely a lot.
Yeah, you know.
Don't listen to these mentors saying that I'm withdrawing 10,000 yen. Hey, that's a lot. Take that 10,000 serious. Don't allow them to buy-zisa you. Hey, I don't know what is buy-zising in English, guys. So don't allow them to do that to you. 10K is a lot. Be grateful for that 10K withdrawal. It's a lot. Don't put pressure on yourself. So what would you say when it comes to the pressure in the industry? Do you feel some sort of pressure at times? Or you are just okay, everything is just okay on your side?
Sometimes I do, but if I do, then I take a break from social media.
Social media, social media takes a lot from people.
There's just too many people who have a lot to say on there, you know.
It's not for the weak. On my side, whenever I get inside any social media account, I get with the mindset, no one will tell me anything. If it's not a criticism that will build me, you can say whatever. I'm just nonchalant. I'm just nonchalant.
That's a very good mindset to have.
Definitely. Otherwise, if you can listen to what other people say, you'll get broken into pieces.
You'll cry.
You'll crash. Crying is an understatement. So kindly take us through also your, I forgot to ask it on the previous thingy. Kindly take us through your daily routine before even executing a trade. Like, what do you start with? Like your daily routine till you analyze, till you execute.
Okay, on a good, when I'm doing my best, right? Because sometimes we fall off,
Okay.
right? When I'm doing my best and I'm really on my A game, I'm waking up early, maybe by 7 a.m.
Because sorry about that, because one thing about your morning will tell you how your day will be like.
Exactly.
Definitely. You wake up at 12, you'll see your day will be like you woke up at 12. If you wake up early in the morning, everything will be just fresh, you'll be positive and all of those stuff. I realized that with myself.
It's true.
Yeah, I realized that with myself that whenever I feel like I'm tired, let me sleep for a little bit. I'll wake up around 10. My day will show that I
It will
woke up at
cost
10.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll definitely
It's
cost
gonna
me.
go like you woke up at 10, exactly.
But yeah, it's something that I usually still fight till today. Which okay, Tyron, the time you should be wake up in it's around maybe let's say 6:30, let's say 7.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's so hard.
Yeah, it's so hard.
Because we are the ones who are controlling our time. We feel like nobody's
Definitely.
watching, so an extra 30 minutes is not gonna hurt. It hurts.
It hurts.
You know?
It hurts. All right, you can continue.
So yeah, I wake up. I don't check my phone. I'm just putting my alarm off, right? Then I do a a breath work exercise. So I start with my day with going outside, breathing, right? Breathing in the fresh air, thanking God, the universe for everything, you know, for the breath of life. Yeah, starting off my day with gratitude. That is, I think that's very important. It changes a lot, you know. It's the small things. Because when you start your day off that way, you already starting your day off on a high note, right? You already starting with an abundance mindset. You're not looking for anything that you like. You must understand that you don't like anything. You might not have something right now, but it's going to be yours soon, okay? So, yeah, starting off with an abundance mindset, doing my breath work. Then I meditate for about 10 to 15 minutes. Then I read or I listen to an audiobook. It could be psychology related. It could be like personal development. It could be something new that I'm trying to learn. Anything that's just fresh, you know, fresh in my mind. Then I will go and look at my charts, maybe about an hour, sometimes even 30 minutes prior to London session opening.
Okay, when you get into the chart now, what do you see and how do you analyze? Where do you start? Take us through your trading plan, I can say, before even executing.
Okay, so I day trade and I swing trade. So my trading plan has changed a lot compared to what it used to be. But my strategy fits me day trading. It's a day trading strategy. So I obviously start off on higher time frames, maybe like the monthly, the weekly, not every day. If I've already looked at what's happening on the monthly, then I don't need to go back and check it every single day, right? So for a monthly, yeah, marking out my highs, my lows, trying to decipher where's price gonna go for like the next month, right? Higher or lower. Yeah, then I'll go to the weekly, just refining, then the daily. I'm also trying to see what happened the past few days and trying to decipher what's gonna happen for the day based on what happened yesterday. And then from there, I go to my 15-minute time frame. And I look at where price opened for the day, right? So with my strategy, the main thing that I'm looking at when I'm deciding, okay, am I gonna buy, am I gonna sell, is the daily opening price. So if I see that price is maybe below the daily opening price, I know that I'll be looking for buys, especially if it's in line with what my daily structure is showing me. If I know that price must first trade lower, then go higher. Yeah, so how I catch my big moves is simply by waiting for manipulation to happen, right? So when I first started trading, I used to trade the manipulation move. So there's always two moves,
Okay,
right?
elaborate on the manipulation moves just in case other people
Okay.
don't understand it.
So before price goes in its intended direction, market makers need to take out early buyers and late sellers, or sellers and late buyers. It's going to be at like the most obvious places, because when price opens for that session, it's going to open with a very impulsive move, and people are going to expect that to be the direction for the day. So what happens if you see very quick movements? Automatically, if you're not psychologically strong and you don't know what you're doing, you're going to be like, okay, let me add bigger entries. Let me add
Because it
bigger.
has been
Yes.
impulsing to this direction.
You feel like you're going to miss out. So that's how they trap people, right? With very quick moves. That initial move is not usually the move that I go for. I usually wait for price to turn around and then I get in on the other move. And that's usually the direction of the day. And then sometimes I will hold. It depends on like what day of the week it is. Because obviously there's reversal days. There's days where you're going to get like the high of the week or the low of the week or whatever.
Okay, which days do you think they're good for trading? And do you trade from Monday to Friday?
Yeah, I do.
You don't have the belief that on Monday you shouldn't trade because
No.
of this. All right, so which are the reversal days according to you?
Okay, so according to what I've back tested, price can reverse either on Wednesdays or Thursdays. Yeah.
When you saying it can reverse from Wednesday or Thursday, you simply mean that if we were bullish from Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, then there are higher chances for us to turn to be bearish from then.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So, remember, I'm going off of my weekly chart. So your week on your weekly charts is literally what's happening on Monday and Tuesday. That's the week. The full body is like from Wednesday, Thursday into Friday.
Oh, okay.
And then yeah, on Friday price will create that wick and then close the weekly candle. So that's how I look at things.
What is your other entry confirmation besides that you wait for daily highs and lows to be taken out?
Okay, so once I see that the previous day's high or low was taken, then I go to a lower time frame, like maybe 5 minutes or 1 minute, and I look for a specific pattern, like a change in market structure, and then I enter. Or sometimes I just enter aggressively.
Okay, so you take your entries on which time frame?
1 minute.
1 minute, but you're a day trader.
Yeah.
How? Because those will be two different things. Like the structure you'll see on your daily will totally be different than the one you're seeing on your 1 minute. So how do you do that?
I think it's important, like when doing top-down analysis, like, okay, initially when I started trading, I didn't understand the concept of top-down analysis. I didn't know what I should be looking for. I just knew, okay, I'm going from a higher time frame to a lower time frame. Now, with my clearer understanding of how price moves, each time frame has something specific that I'm looking for. If I don't see it on that specific time frame, then it's not valid, or I'll probably go to another pair. So yeah, higher time frames for buyers, 15 minutes for structure, and 5 minutes and 1 minute for entering.
But
Yeah.
you're still a day trader. And then you're able to hold for a very long time while you entered on a 1 minute.
Yeah.
I wonder how. Because on a 1 minute, it's just a small structure that is showing right there. All right. So, what do you think is the biggest misconception that a lot of people have about trading?
I think that it can just be their backup plan if they want to leave their job.
Okay.
Or it can just be their first job if they leave school. But yeah, trading should first be treated as a side hustle, you know, unless you're going to be doing it full time. But for people who want to leave their 9 to 5, first start off having it as a side hustle, you know.
Because you definitely need money
need
to
money.
fund your trading journey.
Yes, you know. And yeah, people think that, okay, the minute you start winning and you have your winning streak, it's time to leave, or now you can start living large. No, you can't. Because not every day is the same, not every month is the same. You need to think for the future. You can't be thinking for now and living for now. You know, you need to have plans in place where you're going to be putting your money so it can be bringing you more money. You need to have a plan. You can't just walk in, decide you're going to make money because you're going to be humbled, you know.
Definitely.
I've had some mentees who decided they didn't want to trade anymore. And I know that wasn't a reflection of me. It was just because they felt it wasn't for them. Because you come into it thinking you're going to make so much money. You come into it for the money. And then you learn that it's not so much about the money. The money is a side effect of you just doing the right thing.
Product.
Yes. And I think people, they can't really accept that.
Yeah, a lot of people are so in love with the outcomes rather than the process. I usually say that just make sure you are in love more with the process rather than the outcome. The outcome will come for itself without you having to chase it. If you developed love with the process and you understood the process and you took everything step by step without even skipping any steps. So the other misconception on my side that I'd say other people have actually, is that when it comes to them choosing mentors, let me just put it that way. A lot of people are scammed out here. Why? Because they believe that a person who's posting a flashy lifestyle is the one that is profitable. A person who's driving cars, changing cars, those are the ones that are profitable. That is a misconception, I can say.
And I think it's become more prevalent.
Yeah, because there is a lot of lies in this industry. I won't speak anything about this industry, but I just want to advise you guys that don't believe everything you'll see in the industry. Don't believe everything they sell you to your face is good. Hey, this. Nah. Don't believe everything. If you were to do some research, this industry, they've turned it into something else that it shouldn't even have been like this. It's now has turned into, I don't
clowns.
know.
You can't go out and tell people
real
you
traders are clowns. I don't want to lie. The ones that are real traders, they are clowns.
Yeah.
And then the ones that are influencers, they are considered to be real traders.
Hey.
They're the ones that are now considered to be real traders. And then you'll find a student saying that, you can't mentor me, you don't have a car. You can't mentor me because of what? I remember there's this student, I was live, and this student was just like, convince me to be under your mentorship. I was just like, hey.
Convince me.
I was just like, hey, don't play games. You'll find me not advertising my services simply because whether you come or you don't come, I still make money.
Yes.
I don't make money through you coming.
I really don't want you to come to me. It's more work. Please.
It's work. It's a headache. So in that being said, I told that student that whether you come to get mentorship or you don't, I still make money.
Fine. I'm making money.
I don't make money just because you came in.
No.
I still make money in the market. The aim is to make money in the market, not to make money out of people. Yes. So I do teach. And obviously, I will charge you when it comes to teaching because it's my time. Besides that, it's my time. I also paid for this knowledge. Why don't you want to pay for it? You'll find people saying that, hey, you call yourself a mentor, but you're making people pay for your services. You want free things from who? I'm not the president.
Thing, right? When people say that, you're not going to go to a doctor and say that. You're not going to go to a lawyer and say that. You're not going to go to an accountant and say that. You're not going to go and demand their free services for the years they put in to get the skill that they have.
Besides that, it's just like going somewhere. Let's say you're going to a supermarket and buying and taking some stuff that you need for the house, and then when it's time for you to pay in the till, and then you say God will bless you. Or taking a taxi, and then instead of paying for the driver, you say, God will bless you. Do that to drivers, you'll see real flames. You'll come back and say, I tired, I want to pay now, I don't want free stuff. Obviously, on my side, I don't want to lie to you guys. I'll make you pay. If you want my time, you'll have to pay for my time. You'll find me not even like promoting or even advertising my services much. Why? Because whether you come or not, I still make money. So just to wrap things up, what do you think Or why do you think that there are no much females in the industry, and what can be done to change that?
I think it's because we don't have enough female representation.
Okay.
What I noticed is that women want to see that other women are doing it. Then they're inspired, then they become confident, then they want to do it as well. You know, they want to see you in themselves, right? So I think what can be done about it? Things like this, the fact that you've got this platform and we're out here talking about it, you know, I think that's very inspiring to a lot of women. And yeah, they'll want to be following in those same footsteps. They're going to be confident. They're going to believe in themselves. They just need to see that, you know, there's other women doing it. So yeah, I think with due time, we can bridge that gap.
Definitely.
But another thing, there is a lot of women traders, but they're just not out there. Yes.
Definitely. They're just not out there. So guys, as you'll heard, and I repeat that I'm here to change the industry. I'm here to invite or bring more females in the industry. Like, I'm here to give the opportunity to people who want to trade to get the same opportunity that we have through assisting you guys on being profitable and so on. And that being said, what can you say to the people? What do you want to tell the people? What motivation do you have for people? For upcoming traders, what advice? What do you have?
My message hasn't changed. You just need to believe in yourself. Like, stop listening to other people. Stop asking other people for opinions. Stop getting into these unseen contracts with people. You know, the moment you ask someone what you should be doing, you fall into a contract with them where you're going to start behaving a certain way based on how they feel about you or how they feel about something. So stick to, like, just trust how you feel. Like, there's this quote that drove me, that still drives me to today. It reads, when you follow your passion, 1,000 unseen hands will appear to make it happen. And that's exactly how it is. Like, the moment you become confident in what you want to do and you follow your passion, the world is going to support you. The world is going to love you. Like, stop looking for love and support in the wrong places. Like, we're here for you. So just believe in yourself, and yeah, you can have whatever you want. You just need to see it in your mind.
Definitely. Before I even forget, we have a gift for you from me and Octa, just to say thank you for sharing your journey with us. We are happy to see that there are more females doing it in this male-dominated space. I just still believe that you are still going to shake the industry. Just keep on being you, keep on doing you, and don't listen to other people's opinions and all.
Thank you so much. Now I'm gonna cry. Thank you.
All right. So as I said, guys, just make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And we have came to the end of today's interview, or I should say podcast. Just make sure to comment on the comment section on what do you think should be done more in order to invite more females in this industry. And also, nonetheless, this is Tyron the Goat, the one and only female goat, and peace out.